What is up, gamers, gamerettes, and whatever the hell you are? Welcome back to another video. This is a topic that I wanted to address real quick because it was just on my mind heavily. And I was just thinking about Xbox. Good old Xboxy. I was sitting here playing my PS5 and playing some of the exclusives. Uncharted 4, The Last of Us Part 1, a remake that's really kind of a remaster. I don't really know what to call that. Having some fun on there with those games. And I was sitting here thinking, PS5 has pulled through with the 2 years that it's been out now. I mean, at least in my opinion, I feel like they've pulled through with their exclusive games. So I was sitting here thinking, what about Xbox? Like, let's look back as to what has really released with Xbox that can kind of put their brand to the front with exclusivity for Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like a big game. And pretty much all I can think of off the top of my head is Halo Infinite. Being on the cover of their boxes and, the little signs they put up to buy Series X, like it's always Halo Infinite. Always. So, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, the list for Xbox this year is pretty solid, right? So I'm like, what do they actually have slated to come out this year? Because they did have things slated for last year, but they delayed it, which is okay. Take your time. But I feel like Xbox fans are getting a little bit antsy for the exclusive games, right? I may be wrong because maybe Game Pass has made, only Xbox gamers, people that only own an Xbox and stick by that. Maybe the games that they have put on Game Pass has kept you all busy for a while. But at some point after 2 years, I mean, this console has been out since 2020. So at some point after 2 years, don't you get a little bit tired of playing the same third-party games that are coming to Game Pass that you've probably played before? I don't know. I'm just trying to build a case for this. I mean, I'm looking at it in my eyes. Once again, this is my opinion. But really, there's nothing on Series X exclusivity-wise that drops on Game Pass, day and date, right? That makes you say I need an Xbox Series X, because everything that they do have that is coming has been delayed and has not been announced for a release date yet. Now, we do have an Xbox and Bethesda showcase coming up where they're going to show Starfield again, so I can almost guarantee that we're going to finally get a release date for Starfield, and I'd say it'll probably hit its mark to be the first half of 2023. So Starfield, which is what I'm showing right now, obviously, Starfield will most likely come out, pretty soon. So, but I'm going to go ahead and go down this list here of games that are supposed to be, coming out this year or fairly soon for Xbox. And that's why I'm going to title this video, If Xbox Can Hit the Mark, Can It Finally Be Xbox's Year? Because I don't feel like there's been a year where Xbox has really succeeded on the exclusivity front. I mean, think about this. PlayStation and Nintendo have dominated this market of exclusive games that are 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s for years now. So I'm pretty excited to see if Xbox can pull through and what they're going to put out. So just going down this list, the really big games that we're thinking might hit this year, maybe, is State of Decay 3. That was announced in 2020, so that was obviously 2 years ago too. That's a game that I'm really looking forward to. Obviously Starfield, we already talked about that. I'm definitely thinking that comes out soon within the next 6 months, but I could be wrong. I don't know shit. I'm just a YouTuber, obviously. And let me keep going down this list here. Everwild is slated for 2023. That looks like a pretty cool game. And The Outer Worlds 2 is definitely not 2023. I don't even know why it's on this list, but that's a cool game that we might end up getting. I don't think that's going to be soon, though. Redfall. So far, Redfall, Starfield is at the top of their forefront of games. Maybe Hellblade 2, but Hellblade 2, nothing has even come out about that either. I mean, there's no release date for that. So really, what's driving Xbox right now is, I would say, these three games. Now, I could be wrong. Let me know if you're looking forward to anything else. But I would say these three games. It would be Starfield, obviously, number one. And number two would be Redfall. And number three would be Stalker 2. So that is what is driving Xbox this year. And I would say so far, now this is subject to change, Xbox does have a better lineup for the first time in years to PlayStation. Because I'm pretty sure the one PS5 game that's actually exclusive to the PS5 is Spider-Man 2, and that's like the number one game that we're looking forward to this year, PlayStation gamers, is Spider-Man 2. So will Spider-Man 2 be better than every game that Xbox might put out this year? I mean, I don't want to be biased, but maybe. I mean, come on, Spider-Man's amazing. How can you? Starfield might be able to top it, but I highly doubt it. I mean, in my eyes, sorry, might be blasphemy to some of you guys who love every single game that Bethesda puts out, but got to be that Sony fanboy as always. But no, I'm just messing. Like, Xbox really does have a good lineup this year. So my question is, can they actually convert on this lineup? Are they actually going to put these games out this year and finally have a year where they take the reins from the reindeer? I really want to see Xbox Drive this year, but they haven't really announced anything yet, and they keep delaying stuff and just not giving anybody a date on it. So I'm really excited to see what they have. I'm excited to see what you all think as well. Is Xbox going to take the reins this year if these games drop? Or do you think that these games are going to get delayed again and they're not going to hit in 2023? Or do you think even if these games do hit, PlayStation has something up their sleeve to still make it a PS5 year? Or, here's another question. Do you think that I'm an idiot and Xbox has had better years for these last 2 years than PS5 has? And if so, I really want you to explain how Xbox has had better 2 years than the PlayStation 5 these past 2 years. I just want to know. I just want to know. Because if you have the answer, I sure as hell don't. Anyway, that was a good talk, good vid, good thing, good sesh. Thank you all for watching. If you want to subscribe, do it. If you don't, like I always say, I'll probably cry in my corner. So if you don't want me to cry, hit subscribe. And hey, I will see you all next time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there. And guess what? Have a good one. Toodle-doo.